this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me again today. If you joined me yesterday, you'll know that we started making this double Z fold card here, and what we actually did was we made the structure so that you could see how to construct one of these cards. So what we've ended up with is just the two colours of card constructed as a double Z fold card. What we're going to do today is finish off these white panels and do all the stamping that's required to make a card like this. So I'm taking my panels. I did give the measurements on the previous video, but I will give them again today. So one panel is 11.5 centimeters by 7.5. One is, and two of them are 5 by 7.5. So we've got two panels there. And what we're going to do is we're going to be using, I'll show you the card, the beautiful bouquet stamp set. So we're using this stamp, this one, this one, this one, 1, 2, 3, and the little tiny one there, that one there. Okay, so we're using 5 stamps from here. I've already got them mounted on clear blocks. So what I'm going to do is come in with Coastal Cabana to start with, and if I can get it open, and stamp my 3 first. If I put the original there, you can see I'm going to use that as my guide so that I know where I'm going to stamp my flowers. So I'm going to put one over here. It doesn't have to be precise. This is very abstract stamping, random stamping, so they don't have to be precisely where they were, but it's just helpful to have a guide. There we go. So that's on that panel. We're then going to move on to the middle panel. So I've got one at the top and one at the bottom, so I can put, and this is partially going off, so I'm going to stamp one there and one there. And then on the final panel, I think we've got them in corners. So one in a corner and another one in a corner. So we're going to do that. One in a corner there and one in a corner there. So that's all the stamping with that stamp that we needed, and that's all our Coastal Cabana stamping, so I can put the lid on my stamp pad. I'm now going to come in with some soft sea foam stamping and do some stamping with that cluster of flowers. So here's my cluster of flowers, and like I said, already mounted. We're just going to fill in some of the spaces here. So I'm going to go back to my big panel first of all, and I'm going to put one up in the corner there. I'm going to put one down here. I'm going to put one over here. And like I say, you can just arrange yours how you want to. If you're going to be stamping your sentiment in the middle here, you might need to leave a bigger space. I'm doing mine with the punch, so it's going to overlay it. And then we need to look at this one, and we've got one there and one there. So this was that one. So we're going to do one in the corner here and one up in the corner there. So that's those two panels done. And then the last one. So we've got one corner here and one down here, and that's all our soft sea foam stamping done. So I can put that stamp set away as well. I'm then going to come in with our leaves. So this is the tall leaves with the stem. I haven't mounted it on a big block because I'm only going to ink part of this, because we don't need the whole length of the leaf. We need old olive ink for this one. And again, I'm going to come in my big panel first, and I'm going to do 2 leaves over here, like so. And then I'm going to do, actually I'm not sure this is the leaf sprig that I used before, actually, looking at it. Hey ho, it will do. I think I might have used a different one, but that's the joy of this stamp set, you can mix and match. And then there and there. Okay, so that's all that. Oh no, we need another one down the bottom. I might just do one down the bottom here. There we go. And then on the others we can put I've just got little bits coming in here, so one here, one here. There we go. And then on the final panel, we've got, I'm just going to have a look in a sec at the stamp set and make sure which one I use, because I'm sure it's not this one, because this one has got a longer stem with no leaves on it. I'm just going to have a quick look at the stamp set. Ah, there we go. This is the one I used before. Look, the one in the stamp set, and I've used a different one today. So just be careful. So it's that one I should have used, and I've used that one. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, but you might just want to change that over if you're making this card, if you prefer the look. Right, and then we're going to come in with crumb cake ink, and we are going to stamp. What are we going to stamp? We're going to stamp this little flower first of all in crumb cake. Quite a nice selection of colours here, quite unusual for me. I usually go for more floral tones, but I have gone a bit out of my comfort zone here, and I'm going to stamp these a bit differently because my card is composed a bit differently. So I'm just going to plonk them in some spaces wherever there's a space. There. Is that enough? Maybe one of in that corner going off the edge, yeah. And then in here, we'll do one here, and one here, and maybe one down the bottom there. There we go. And on here. So you can have real fun with this, stamping your flowers and things wherever you want them. There we go. Need to leave a little bit of space on one of these, so this is going to be where you write your message. I may not have left quite enough space on these now. Still with your crumb cake ink, just go back in all the bigger flowers, and in the centre stamp this little one, and it just brings those flowers to life a little bit by putting this centre in them. So this is just crumb cake ink again, and before we put our crumb cake ink away, we've got another job to do with it. And I've just realised I need a scrap of white card that I haven't got out, so I'm just going to turn around and find a scrap of white card because I need to print this sentiment. So luckily my scraps are just behind me. Here we go, and I've got the thank you stamp from the Accented Blooms. This one here, which is lovely because it matches exactly with our tailored tag punch, which is just joyful because that makes life so much easier. So my crumb cake pad is a bit dry, so I'm giving it plenty of welly there. Probably can't see that probably off camera there. Let me put it up here a bit. Need it flat. There we go. So we're just going to stamp that there. Hope that that comes out okay. There we go, that's all right. And then lastly with the crumb cake, we're going to take one of our panels, and I have used the Varied Vases, the sentiment "You Are Simply the Best," but it was too long to fit on my panel. So what I've done is I've actually snipped the stamp in half and layered them up so that there's two lines of sentiment. Now, I know some people go, oh, you cut your stamp, but actually I don't have any issue with that, because if it makes it more useful, I think it's a good thing. So I'm just trying to get this straight. You are simply, so it says thank you, you are simply the best inside my card. Okay, so that's all our stamping, I hope, unless I've forgotten anything. So I can put that away. So now I'm going to come in with my Tombow glue, and I am going to stick my panel onto here like so. There we go, let's move all these out of the way. Oh, get my glue lid off. So we're going to stick our panel on. If we can get our glue to come out, there we go. There we go. And that's going to glue onto here. And then one of the little panel with the stamping on is going to go inside here, like so. You could stick these on before you stick this panel on. Of course I didn't, because I was showing you how to construct the card, but it might be easier if you do the stamping and stick them on the panel before you actually stick the card together, because you haven't got much purchase on here to stick this, because you can't get, oh, that's upside down, that's not a very good idea. So stick that on there, but like I say, you might want to do this before you stick the panels together. And the last one, which has got a little space in it where you're going to write a message or just put love from or whatever, is there. So there we go, a little bit of Tombow. Quite hard to get it out at the night. I don't know whether it's dried up a bit. There we go, and that one goes there. And then the last thing we're going to do is just the message on the front. And what we're going to do with that is we've now printed our thank you message, so I'm going to come in with my tailored tag punch and punch that out. Like I say, it's so lovely because it fits exactly with a little white border around the edge, so it just gives it a lovely border as well. So just make sure you've got it where you want it, grip it and punch. And then to back it, you can see I've got a border of Coastal Cabana, which just makes it stand out a little bit. So come in with your punch again, punch it out, and then cut it in half. And then a little bit of Tombow on the back of your tailored tag, on your thank you tag. And what you're going to do is you're going to position this, and this is the easiest way to do it, I've found, is to put, oops, this here and then place this on it so that you can see how much of a border you've got. So place that there so you've got it where you want it, and then come in with the other one and put that there. Oh, that one slipped because it's not quite dry. There we go. Just watch that, make sure until it's dry that it's not slipping. Tombow gives you a little bit of wiggle room, but conversely it might wiggle out of shape before you want it to. So there's my thank you, and all I need now is some dimensionals to go on the back there. A few dimensionals, here we go. So just a couple of dimensionals on the back there. Oops. So one there. I'll put a little one up there. Got another half one that can go there. One there. And one in the centre, just to make sure the message doesn't sag in the centre. Just going to take the backing off those. There we go. Oh, I might need to get my tweezers after all. I was hoping I could do it without my tweezers. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have got a bit of a nail on my thumb at the moment, so can get these off without any tweezers. There we go, and my card is nearly complete. So there we go. Pop that on there. This might well be one of my customer thank you cards this month, so if you've ordered from me this month, thank you very much, and you may get one of these cards winging its way to you. And what I do when I send them as customer thank you cards, I never write on the actual card. I always put a post-it note, so if you then wanted to reuse the cards, you can. So there are my cards. Lovely. I like the colour scheme. I hope you do too. And there's the original. That was the one that we made with Michelle, where I got the idea from. But I hope you really like my card. Thank you for watching. If you want to look at the blog post and read a little bit more and see the measurements, please go down below and follow the link to my blog. If you want to order anything, you can click to my blog and then click the shop now button. My hostess, my monthly shopping code is on there, so if you want to receive a little present from me, a product gift next month, please use my product code, my shopping code when you shop. There's a place on the page to put a hostess. It's called a host code, and you put it in there. And I think that's it from me today. If you want to see all my videos, you can subscribe and then press the little bell, and it'll mean that you'll get a notification every time I post. So thank you very much for watching today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.